Quick disclaimer, guys, before the episode starts. There are some buzzings going around in the background of this podcast. Just want to let you know it was my phone spazzing out on me, and I sincerely apologize. On to the show.
You're listening to the Unnamed podcast with your host, Midnight Lunatic. Available on Anchor.fm.
Hello, Midnight Crew, and welcome back, or for the first time, if there are new listeners, welcome to Unnamed Podcast. I am Midnight Lunatic, and we are going to switch things up this week as we continue to count down the days of the season finale episode taking place next week. Now, can I tell you how exciting that is? I mean, it's still so crazy how time flew by. And now we're preparing for a new season. That's so crazy. So crazy. But, as always, let's start today's events by taking a look at Fact of the Week.
It's everybody's favorite time of the week. It's time for the Fact of the Week.
When people are angry at you, if you stay calm, it'll get them even angrier and be ashamed about it afterwards. Now, with that being said, I have personally been through this. There was a time, a couple years back, I was working, and there was this gentleman who got upset over a situation that was very minor. I guess he was just, at the time I figured he was just having a bad day. I was having a good day. I wasn't going to let anything ruin my day, so I was just in a good mood. But he came in, I guess he was just having a bad mood, and something happened, and we started, he started arguing with me, and I just remained calm, did my job, did what I had to do, and, while I was staying calm, I noticed he was getting angrier. And after he left, not even 2 minutes after he left, he actually came back inside, went straight to me, and wanted to shake my hand and apologize for the way he acted and handled things. And so he was just apologizing to me, and I was like, okay, this is weird. This is new. I've never had this happen. And as he was shaking my hand and saying sorry, he was like, I'm sorry, I'm just having a bad day. This and this happened, la la la. And I was like, well, that's understandable. I kind of figured. And so that was my experience. So I can firsthand say that this fact is a true fact. So switching things up this week, like I talked about, instead of me rambling on about 1,000 things that has actually taken place this week and making this a 4-hour episode, I figured I might as well summarize what happened throughout the week here. So, as of the week, more states have opened up and are reopening in different phases, as we are seeing. A 6.5 magnitude earthquake hit Nevada. That is crazy. Like, when have you ever heard of an earthquake in Nevada? It's whatever. But the House of Representatives passed a $3 trillion COVID-19 bill, but it looks like it has to go through the Senate and the White House still, so we'll continue to see what goes on there as it builds up. Will Smith, we talked about this a couple weeks back with Joyner Lucas making a song about Will Smith. Well, Will Smith actually got with Joyner And Will Smith put a verse on the song Will, which is the song that Joyner was talking, about. And I thought that was cool. I thought that was cool to see. If you haven't heard it, go hear it. Recommend it. It's a good song. I like it. So, before I start rambling even more, let's get into the first topic. The first topic today is that a tourist from New York got himself arrested in Hawaii for not self-quarantining. So it looks like he was planning a vacation to Hawaii. He figured since the prices of tickets have gone down, it'd probably be best to book a flight now, take my vacation in Hawaii, and not thinking anything of it, right? Well, he got there, got to the beach, having the time of his life, took a couple of pictures of himself, posted on social media, and he got himself arrested that way. So those pictures, I guess, got out to the local authorities. I don't really know what happened. It doesn't really say too much in this article, but he got himself arrested. He is held on a $4,000 bail. It looks like he was arrested for violating the state's strict 14-day self-quarantine for tourists, which I guess is a thing now over there. That's the first time I've ever heard of it. But I found this story to be really, really interesting. I've never heard of someone getting arrested for not self-quarantining, I guess. I don't know. So 11 firefighters were injured and multiple buildings were set on fire after an explosion was heard in downtown. No one knows the cause of the explosion, but the blast was reported around 6:30 in the afternoon, so kind of late in the day. Firefighters responded to a fire on a one structure building, and then it turned into, multiple buildings, and it got pretty bad. There was news footage of it.
Laura, what happened?
Well, what we're learning, John, is that a fireball erupted while firefighters were battling a blaze at a warehouse or a business last evening. And we can show you some of the pictures from the scene, this incredible fire. Witnesses saying they saw something like a mushroom cloud. They thought perhaps a bomb had gone off. Now, what we're learning today is that, as you mentioned, 11 firefighters injured. 3 of them are in critical condition in hospital now, 2 of them on ventilators. We understand that they all have burns, but we are hearing from authorities that all of them are expected to survive.
No one knows the cause of the explosion, but the blast was reported around 6:30 in the afternoon, so kind of late in the day. Firefighters responded to a fire on a one structure building, and then it turned into, multiple buildings, and it got pretty bad. There was news footage of it, buildings on fire just everywhere. It looked like a pretty big fire too. I saw about a good 7 fire trucks there just spraying water, trying to hose it all down. It was crazy, and it left around 11 firefighters injured because of it. The Department of the Firefighters declared a major emergency after the explosion was heard, and over 230 firefighters responded to the fire. 230 different firefighters responded. That's crazy. So it does look like it took them just about 2 hours. They started the fire started at 6:30. That's when the explosion was heard. And they managed to get it out at 8:10. So it took them about 2 hours to get out, which is not a bad time, I guess. I mean, for the amount of fire and whatever was caused there, like all those multiple buildings on fire, to take it all out in 2 hours, that's not a bad time. So before we move on to our next topic, I want to have a little chat with you guys and let you guys know that there is going to be a bonus episode coming your guys' way, either the same time that this podcast comes out or later on in the week. It's going to be not your typical episode, and it might not even be as long as a typical episode. It might be longer, it might be shorter. I'm not too sure, but I want to kind of just sit down and talk to you about things that are going on in my life and kind of fill you guys in on where my head is, my thoughts, what I'm trying to do, what I'm not trying to do, exactly, what the plans are for the podcast future, for my YouTube, for just everything in general. So be sure to check that out when it comes out. I will let you guys know, but it's just something that I kind of want to just sit down and kind of just, I want to say it's going to be a venting episode more than what we're doing now. So definitely come check that out. I'd appreciate you guys if you guys did. If not, that's okay. If you listen to just my podcast, that's fine. Totally respect that. I love you guys. I'm never going to turn you guys away. So here we go. On to the next subject. So a couple of NFL players. I don't know what they're thinking. I don't think they are thinking. They probably think they're playing a GTA or something. But NFL players are starting to turn a little gangsta, if you ask me. So NFL cornerbacks DeAndre Baker and Quinton Dunbar are wanted on armed robbery charges. Yes, you heard that right. So in South Florida, the New York Giants cornerback DeAndre Baker and Seattle Seahawks cornerback Quinton Dunbar are in connection to an armed robbery investigation. According to the police, Baker's arrest warrant is for 4 counts of armed robbery with a firearm and 4 counts of aggravated assault with a firearm. Dunbar is wanted on 4 counts of armed robbery with a firearm. I mean, that's crazy. 4 counts, just 4 counts everywhere. They're adding up quick. So the incident took place late Wednesday night at a party. It began Wednesday evening at the time of this incident. And according to the arrest warrant, Baker and Dunbar are accused of stealing money and watches with force while armed with semi-automatic firearms. Where are they getting these weapons? How does the NFL... I mean, I guess it makes sense. I mean, why wouldn't they? They have a lot of money. They're worth a lot of money, I guess. But why you gotta rob people when you already make so much as an NFL player? Like, that doesn't make sense to me. So it does look like the warrant includes conflicting accounts from witnesses as to whether Dunbar was armed, with some saying that they didn't see a gun in his possession. So Dunbar might be getting a pass. I mean, he's still going to get in some trouble just because he's related to the incident. But I think those charges might get dropped if they can get more evidence proving that he did not have a gun. So let's see what the witnesses have to say about that. Maybe we'll catch some news on this, maybe. So the NFL said Thursday night that it is aware of the fact and would rather have no comment at the time. So the NFL didn't even say nothing about it at the time. I guess they're just trying to figure out the consequences of what to do, I'm guessing. So that's a situation. I'm not sure how the teams or even just like the league in general is going to respond to that. I mean, we got to assume some fines, maybe some suspensions, maybe some contract negotiations where they're paid less to play. I don't know. Oh, well, we're just hearing now that Giants DeAndre Baker did turn himself in the armed robbery. Okay, now we got a storyline here. Oh, as the story goes, Dunbar, Baker, and a third man, so now there's 3 people, pulled up to a cookout in Florida wearing masks and robbed everyone for their cash and jewelry before making a break for it. Okay, so now there's a third person. Where did this third person come from? Who is this third person? No one's saying. So Baker had the gun. Okay, we knew that. In a report from TMZ, it was revealed by Baker's attorney that the Giant star had turned himself in to police and is now facing multiple charges of armed robbery and aggravated assault. The attorney has maintained Baker's innocence and says that there are plenty of witnesses who can prove it. Okay. Well, I guess, if you got evidence showing that you didn't do it, go ahead. But it just all depends on the evidence being shown, I guess. Good luck on that. As for Dunbar, alleged affiliates state that Dunbar was completely innocent in the matter and can eventually be cleared. So it looks like Dunbar might get a pass on this. Who knows? I guess we just have to keep waiting and seeing. As of right now, there is a developing story with the NFL, Seahawks, and Giants investigating what really went down. So, I'm not too sure what to make out of this. I know there's definitely going to be some suspensions, some fines. There has to be. Like even Dunbar, if he gets cleared, he was there, right? He was associated with them. Wouldn't he have some type of consequence to that? Or would the NFL just completely let it slide? I'm not sure. I guess we'll gotta find out. If more comes along to the story, I'll definitely let you guys know. This is where things get a little crazy and out of hand. But pretty much the backstory, coronavirus hit, everyone lost their jobs, people don't have money. Without money, you can't afford to live. Without paying rent, are there alternative ways? Well, this landlord thinks so, as he asked a tenant renting to them if he could stay the night with a woman after she lost her jobs and couldn't afford the rent. Yeah. He's basically asking for sex in lieu of paying the rent. My thoughts are, I don't know. So the woman who received the text is a single mother to a 2-year-old son. She lost her job working as a bartender and working as a burlesque performer. So I guess she was doing part-time bartender and part-time performer, I'm guessing, by the way this is set up. Until, the state started shutting down and she lost her job. At that time, she did let her landlord know of the situation, and they have been texting about it, about how she was waiting for the stimulus check to hit so that way she could pay for her rent. When all of a sudden she started getting texts from him, and they didn't necessarily be sweet. So I'm gonna read these messages and you tell me what this guy wants, because I definitely know what his intentions are, and I'm pretty sure 98% of you are going to agree with me at this. So they say, the landlord says, so ... you gonna stay all night? which she replied, "What do you mean? I don't know if you meant to send that to me." At that time, she was like, okay, maybe he meant to send it to his girlfriend, his wife, someone she's seen, a Tinder date, something, right? That's what she's thinking. He replied, "I did." So he did intentionally send that text to her, which then she replied, "I don't understand what you mean. Stay where? Question mark. Then he responded, "Stay with me tonight. Get a shot of that." She responded, "I don't think I understand what you're asking. What do you mean?" His response was, "You don't want to? ... I understand ... She responded with, "I don't understand. Are you asking in a sexual way?" And what do you know? It definitely felt that way. I mean, I get you can't afford your bills, and I don't know what this landlord thinking, but you can't do that. You can't do that. All right. And I know some people out there, they're like saying, some other things out there, there might be like, well, we see this in porn all the time. No, all right. This is not a porn scene. This is real life. You can't just be doing that. This is not how it works. Or else people will be doing that all the time. And who knows? But there might be people doing it all the time that we don't know about. But like, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. It's I don't know. So yeah, I guess landlords are asking for sex instead of paying for rent. And that I don't agree. I really don't. I hope she's suing. I hope nothing happened. I hope she didn't get kicked out. I don't know what to think. I really don't. I think it's ridiculous. I mean, yes, there are, pornographic films out there that pretty much show this exact situation played out, but this is no movie. This ain't a joke. So, man, was that a closing for you? We started off strong. Fact of the week. Went on and talked about a little couple sums about what happened throughout the week. Then we got the tourists getting arrested, firefighters being hurt on the job, NFL players playing GTA, landlords asking for sex. It's been a crazy week. Crazy week. But wait, don't think it's over, because the NFL is coming back for more. As we just got breaking news. Breaking news. Episode's not over. Where are you going? Sit back down. Enjoy, because we got another story on our hands. So Washington Redskins wide receiver Cody Latimer arrested on assault firearm charges. And I hope I said his last name right, because I felt like I said that wrong. But he did get arrested on assault and firearm charges. Why is everyone playing with guns now? They're playing way too much GTA. Way too much. So he was arrested on Saturday after he reportedly fired shots inside an apartment. What in the world? As an ESPN NFL insider, Phil Yates, revealed on Twitter that Latimer was booked for assault in the second degree. He was charged with illegal discharge of a weapon, prohibited use of a weapon, and reckless endangerment. He is currently being held at a Douglas County detention facility where he has been posted a $25,000 bond. That's cheaper than the other guys. Why the other guys get it? Oh, I guess he's doing something else. And Colorado, man, they getting their money over there, I guess. But the sheriff's office in Douglas County, Colorado, received a call about a disturbance at an apartment at 12:11 in the morning. And when authorities got there, arrested him on the spot. What in the world? In a statement about his arrest, the Redskins said, "We are aware of the situation and have informed the NFL league office." So again, we're going to see some suspension, some fines, I don't know. I don't know what else, but I guarantee they're going to come down hard on these guys. That's 3 players in 1 week getting arrested for pretty much the same charges, just in different ways. What in the world? Speaking of GTA, though, have you guys checked out the green versus purple aliens? Have you seen those? I was playing GTA the other day with my brother. Pulls up right next to me. He's wearing a green alien suit. He's like, "You gotta switch. You're wearing not proper colors." And I was like, "What do you mean?" He was like, "There's 2 choices. You can either go on the green or the purple." And I was like, "Psh, well, you're not gonna see me running around in the green." So I went on purple, right? Thinking, "Oh man, everyone in this live is gonna be purple, and we just gonna jump you every time, right?" That's what I'm thinking. As soon as I walk outside, and literally 2 seconds after I walk out the door, after I purchased my purple alien suit, green guy pulls up, gets a knife out, stabs me. I die. Yep, just like that. And that's how it started. Running for my life throughout the entire time playing GTA. Little green guys coming at me, stabbing me. I was like, "Hey, where my purple gang at? Where my PG members at? All I see is GG members, green gang everywhere." I was like, "Where my purple gang at?" I was like, "Man, I'm outnumbered here." Kept getting stabbed over and over. I killed them, they kill me. I kill 2, they kill me. They kill me, I kill 1. It just, that's how it was. It's green versus purple. GTA is chaotic right now. I don't recommend it. If you're gonna play online, be purple. Be on my team, please. I need recruits. Also, hey, this one kind of irritates me, but Snitch 9 gets released from jail, right? He gets released from prison. He goes home, right? He writes a song, and guess what? He breaks a freaking record. He breaks an Eminem type record. I'm saying he passed Eminem for the most views in 24 hours. What kind of stuff? Who? Why? He doesn't make good music. First of all, he doesn't. I'm sorry. For people that like his music, you're trash, just like he is. I'm sorry to admit it, but you have to admit it yourself before you can fix the problem in your life, saying that he makes good music, because you clearly don't have good taste in music, because he is trash. But he gets released, goes home, makes a track, posts it, bam, gets millions of views overnight. Just breaking records, like if he never even left. Pissed me off. I was like, what kind of world do we live in? This world really is coming to an end. Oh my gosh. Crazy week, guys. Crazy week. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Like I said, there will be a bonus episode, so stick around for that. I'll keep you posted. As for this episode, we have come to a close. I must bid you a farewell. And until next week, guys, remember, come prepared. Bring some snacks. Bring some clothes. Bring your pajamas. Bring some swimwear. Bring I don't know, because we're just gonna have a sleepover party over here. All right, we're gonna take a look back at the first 9 weeks. We're gonna break down what happened, how far we've come. And we're just going to celebrate the closing of season 1 and bring in the new season. We're going to do it. But anyways, guys, Midnight Lunatic signing off. I love y'all. We'll see you next week. Stay safe.